All right, let's get into it. Rocking with you here on a Sunday. These about 3 straight weeks of me recording. So congratulations to me. But let's go ahead and get into it. Uh, more Deshaun Watson nonsense. I think the ruling will come down hopefully Monday, and then that'll put an end to this saga until it goes to court. But once it's in the courts, nobody really cares about it. We'll see if they make a move at quarterback. Drew Lock apparently outperforms Geno Smith in the mock game. He's probably going to be the starter. I don't see how Geno Smith. I think Geno's in his 30s now. Let's see. Geno Smith, 31. Yeah. So, he hasn't played well, Drew Lock, in his career, but he does have upside. There was one time he was a highly ranked quarterback. So maybe the Seahawks think they can bring it out of him. They're a run heavy team. So they want to run the ball. Pete Carroll wants to run the ball, play defense. So N'Keal Harry had a high ankle sprain. He's trying to prove himself that he's a receiver. The guy I wanted to talk about was Velvis Jones. I talked about him on draft day because he's 25 years old, but then I made that comparison to T. New on the Cowboys because T. New was 24. And I remember when he got drafted after Quentin Jammer, I said, obviously you take Jammer because Jammer was 21. But T. New had the far longer career. I don't think Jammer made it to a second contract. So they say that Velvis Jones is going to be the focal point of their offense in the passing game. So we'll see how that turns out. But saw that today and remind me of that again. Ezekiel Elliott on the do not draft list. Uh, um, so Kareem Hunt requested a trade, but the Cleveland Browns declined. It's interesting with players that want trades and the team saying no. The Browns are actually stacked at this position. They have the kid Chubb, obviously. They have Ernest Johnson, who came in spot duty when both of them got hurt last year. So you think that they would trade him, but nope, refused. He tried to hold in, which is a new thing where I'm going to be in camp, but I'm not going to practice. They fined him. So he practiced again today. You don't want no point in losing money. But as a running back in the last year of a deal, I could see how you could say, "Hey, man, I don't really want to risk it. I play too high of a probability of a chance of injury position to go out there on a 1 year deal." So they always say no. The NFL teams, they always say no to trades. I just don't understand. I remember when Le'Veon Bell wanted to get traded. They knew that they weren't going to pay him. He knew he wasn't going to play without the deal. So why not trade him? In the NFL, they have this compensatory compentest compen comments. They have comp picks. Can't talk on a Sunday. I had a little drink before I got on this. So they have those comp picks. So with those comp picks, if you lose like a high value free agent, they give you a third rounder, third to I think 6 rounds, right? So at the very least, if you're offering a trade for a high value player, you have to offer a second round pick to make sense. Got it. I'm sure you could get a second round pick for Le'Veon Bell. So why not make that trade before? I'm not sure what you get for Hunt, but I don't think you're going to get a third round pick because he splits carries and he's the lesser of the two backs in the backfield. So it'll be interesting to see because he was on the Chiefs, and obviously the Chiefs let him go because of the situation where he pushed that young woman down and he stood over her, and mainly because he lied to them about the situation. And the Chiefs, their running back situation since he's left has kind of been topsy turvy. They went with the young kid CHE, and he's just been hurt. I've been hearing a lot of things about their rookie. They have a 7th round rookie, a Sheo Pacheco or something like that, Pacheco, where he's been doing his thing in camp. So maybe he hits, but I wouldn't be surprised if a reunion goes back to store because that's when the Chiefs offense was really rocking when you had a real truly elite running back, triplets offensively, um, with Hill and Kelsey, and then him out the backfield. His first game in the league, he killed one of the Patriots linebackers on a wheel route to the house. So we'll see if he ends up heading back that way. I wouldn't be surprised. LeBron and the Lakers hold productive talks on a possible extension. That's, he's been saying he doesn't want to leave unless it's not his son playing for his son. So um, I, and now the Russell Westbrook trades are coming to the point where they're talking about 3-team deals where they get Bogdanovich and Patrick Beverly from Utah. A 3-team deal with Utah, the Knicks, and the Lakers. I mean, if I'm LeBron, I'm like, listen, man, I'll re-sign with you guys, and I'll re-sign on the cheap, but you got to bring in Kyrie and Josh Harris today. I'll re-sign on the cheap. I won't even I'll take less money. Um, because for him, it's all about legacy. He's already a billionaire, but I don't want to count his pockets. He has a lot of investments he probably needs the cash flow in. Because a lot of these guys that are billionaires, they're paper billionaires. They don't have the money like Scrooge McDuck. My kids watching DuckTales now. They got a new version of DuckTales. They don't show him swimming in the money bank, which was one of my favorite parts of the show. Maybe they think that that's too grotesque. Everything is so PC nowadays. Too much opulence. Too capitalistic. But these guys ain't swimming in money like Scrooge McDuck. They got cash, but the cash is a very small portion of their actual assets. All of it is paper wealth. So a guy like LeBron, the way he can differentiate himself for even a lot of the owners, billionaires on these Forbes lists is he has a cash flow stream, revenue stream where he's getting 60, 70 million of pure cash a year. That gives him the opportunity to do more things, because when you're a paper billionaire, anytime you liquidate assets, it's assigned to the market, and it's kind of hard for you to do it. So I say all that to say LeBron's got the cash, so I don't want to count his money, but if he was to able to get one more titles, two more titles, three more titles changes, his narrative for sure, for sure. So, I mean, how long can he stay at this level was the question. He's 37, 38 this year. But if you get a Kyrie who's 31 with AD who's 30, I mean, is it out of the realm of the possibility that they could win 2 out of the next 3? I don't think so. So we'll see what ends up happening. The thing again is I wish I would actually know the actual stories on these things. I have no idea of what's real or what's not. I have no idea who traded for who or who asked for what. I have none. So it's just a lot of these times, these NFL and NBA television programs, they want you to tell you who won the trade and who's the better GM. I don't know the restrictions that they're working under. So I can't even really give you a fair answer. Because you would say, hey, the wins and losses is all that matters. But when Larry Bird was the GM of the Pacers owner came to him and said, this is how much you can spend. He had less than the salary cap to work with, right? They never went over the tax. And there were years that he spent less than the salary cap. Paul George intimated this when he was in Oklahoma City about they want to boo me. No, there's other people they should boo, and it's not me. I'll tell the story another time. And I think he's talking about that. It's like, you want me to stay on a team that's not even going to spend to the salary cap? So yeah, I'll leave it there. This week we start getting preseason games. So I mean, it's something to watch. It's something to do. For the degenerates, it's something to bet on. Bet on a team who has the best quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks. There are some teams who are historically better at playing in the preseason than others. So I don't know. Que sera, sera. But all right, I'll leave it there. The game is the game. All right. Thank you for watching this clip. Do me a favor. Push the button. Hit subscribe. Come on, man. Push it. Go, everybody
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Man, do what's right. You heard her. Push the button. The game is a game.
So what's up, man? What's up with you otherwise, you know? The game is a game. Always.